Now I'm the chef cook.
It's good. Wait till we have it on the food. Hi, I'm Lance Milsted, and this week on Guten Appetit, we're at Schloss Johannisberg in the Rhinegau, probably the world's most famous vineyard for making Riesling wine. And this guy, well, he pretty much discovered Spätlese on accident. More on that later. Let's go check out the food.
Because we have the nice view, we have good food, we have good wine.
What more could you ask for? Gutschenka is located next to the historical Schloss Johannisberg estate, has seating for 200 guests inside and outside, and boasts an amazing view of the vineyards and the Rhine River. Annika recommended the duck as one of their specialties.
We do have regional food, we have German food, a little bit Mediterranean.
Michael's going to make duck for us today. The boss likes the duck.
In every place.
You got to make the boss happy.
Yeah.
The duck took a bit of cutting, stuffing, salting, and then the duck is plated and paired with red cabbage, homemade dumplings, and plums. And we had a bit of trouble figuring out the last element. The cabbage, you mean?
No. We.
It was gravy. What a gravy it was. That's got to have mad flavor because it's got the bones, the drippings from the duck, the vegetables, and then they simmer this for 10 hours. So you know that's going to have mad flavor. Oh, that is so good. Hey, by the way, little etiquette thing. When you're cooking and you taste something, you never put the spoon back in the bowl. Unless, of course, you're serving it to your wife. That was a joke. So, Annika, tell me, with duck and game, what would you recommend in terms of the wine to serve with this meal here?
Actually, I would recommend a red wine, of course, but we're here a really nice Riesling area, so I also recommend a good Riesling. So you can try both. That's our Schloss Johannisberger, erstes Gewächs.
And so, with this meal, we could have either a red wine, which is traditional with a dark meat like duck or a game.
That's correct.
And we can also have a Riesling,
sure,
but a dry Riesling because it's going to come across better with the flavor profiles.
That's correct.
With the meat. So why don't we try the meat? Intense flavors. The duck. We'll try the dumplings in a second, but one of the reasons that we're here at Gutschenka, Schloss Johannisberg, that's the restaurant, is because it's at Schloss Johannisberg. And that's where the story begins, is the history of the wine that they make here. Schloss Johannisberg has a 1,200-year-old viticulture history, and it started as a Benedictine monastery. Christian Witte was kind enough to show us around the famous cellars.
So we're the first Riesling estate in the world, and as you might know, in the United States, Riesling is called Johannisberg Riesling, and the reason is the fame of that estate.
Since 1720, the estate has produced only Riesling wines. The Rheingau region is particularly well suited for this grape.
Riesling likes cool climate, and this is what we have here in the Rhine Valley. And so cool climate means the wines, the grapes have a long time to ripen. So we pick and harvest normally from beginning of October till end of October till November.
This is the room which is left over from the first monastery built around 1100. It's a special cellar now for us. It is called the Bibliotheca Subterranea, so the under-earth library. Why did they call it library? The good thing is with a bottle doesn't rot, so you can keep it a long time. And nowadays we're in a very lucky position that we have wines here dating back till 1748.
And you can still drink them. Now, what would a trip to this famous cellar be without tasting some of the wines?
We have the typical aromas like a little bit apricot, a little bit peach, lemon, apples, things like that. So
I'm not that refined, and I don't pick up on all the different fruits, but I do appreciate that the aroma, it not only hits me here, but I hit back in the mouth.
Taste it. And it's not really sweet.
You're going to joke with me.
You're doing this one?
There I can. Not as easy.
Wow.
What? Most people can't do that?
Most people can't do that.
Well, look at me. I can do something most people can't do. Swirl wine in the opposite direction than is normal. Are you serious?
You do it much better than I do. See, I have difficulty doing it.
You hear that? I do something better than him at a vineyard. Yay me!
The grounds are open year-round for visitors and tours. You can even arrange your own wine tasting in the cellar or just buy a bottle in the shop to go.
For more information on Schloss Johannisberg, to schedule a tour or a wine tasting, check out their website. Until next time, I'm Lance Milsted. Guten Appetit.